Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna talk about the KFC Donut Sandwich, which is awful like the Luther, but we're gonna run with it. And we're gonna talk about Miss RiRi Williams, the IronHeart, and talk about what makes her so cool and awesome. I recently discovered her. She helped me with a lot of drama I had going on in the last 2 weeks. I mean, sometimes comic books really can save you from yourself. It takes you out of your head. It makes you focus on someone who's got more powers than yourself. Makes you feel like you're invincible maybe because you relate so much to that person. But either way, I'll get into it later. Keep watching, guys. Oh my gosh, Becky. Look at her butt. Oh my God. My mother's gonna watch this video and she's going to kill me. Oh man. Mom, I'm sorry about this. I'm not really sorry, but I'm sorry that I'm doing this right now to my diet. Oh, look at that. It dripped. Okay, I don't know how mukbangers do this, but I'm gonna try. So this is my first bite of it, okay guys? That's different. So the chicken, it's spicy, and then like, I'm gonna adjust this, guys. So this is what happens when you buy a tripod from Amazon and you get like the next to cheapest one possible. Whatever, it's fine, my arms aren't hurting anymore. So this is different. I've never had one of these donut sandwiches things before. The meat tastes really good. Cooks KFC, of course. And then the donut itself is delicious. I don't hate it, but I don't think I'll ever get it again except for like outside a video. I don't know. You guys should buy one and tell me what you think in the comments down below. This is just fat kid level. Like, I am a chubby legend, of course, but like this is like fat kid level, like 1,000. Okay, another bite. So I feel like this sandwich is very Chicago. So it's like perfect that we're talking about RiRi. RiRi Williams. That's one of my favorite things about her. Some of my most favorite things about her is wow, this is pretty good. I mean, I could have taken this sandwich really savory without the donuts, but I love donuts, so I'm like, I don't know. That's pretty good. Oh my God. Sorry guys, I'm not a mukbanger because I could not eat and talk at the same time. Like, I really wanted to finish eating and the talking to you was taking away from that. Excuse the, I'm hot. You guys, I don't know, I'm trash. Moving on, however. So, drinking a Linden Kugels, by the way, I'm grown, so don't come for me. Not even the algorithm gonna try and come for me. Anyway, so back to RiRi Williams. I read the comic book Those with Courage, and I was actually tweeting about it because I was bonding with someone else like over how when I started getting into Shuri comic books, it really like changed the game for me because I've never been into comic books. Like, I love horror, I love thrillers, I loved period pieces. I loved like some comedies and stuff like that, but I never touched adrenaline stuff. Like I never did that. And then these last 2 weeks, I've just been so stuck in my head, and most of that has to do with the fact that like my job is pretty secluded. So I don't get to talk to a lot of people, or when I do talk to people, it's people that like I work with them. They're not, it's not like we're cool, but with that's not like my bestie from, you know, forever ago, like since college. So I was feeling really like kind of lonely. And doing YouTube is a very solitary thing too, especially because since I am such a small YouTuber, most people don't take what I'm doing very seriously. I just thank them because they don't tell that to my face. So there is that. And right now I'm kind of like working on job things, so not a whole lot of cash to be starting up brand new hobbies, right? And it was weighing down really hard on me. I'm somebody that loves really close connections, and I really haven't had that many in a little while. So one thing I will say about comic books, the action really helps just take you out of yourself, and it makes you feel so strong and so invincible. I mean, it's really cool, and I totally get why people are like such huge fans of comic books. So when I was reading RiRi, first thing that caught my eye was she's a Chicagoan. She's a Chicago girl. I think she's on a South Sider like myself. And I loved how much she brought the city into her own story. Like that was so impactful for me. There's no way to live in Chicago and not have the city affect your life in some way, somehow. We've got 10 different kinds of weather in one day. We don't really get a spring. We get maybe a month and a half of horrible summer, and then most of the other times is winter. So for RiRi, it's just that she lost two of the most important people of her life. If you guys haven't actually read her story yet, and I'm introducing you to it, I'm going to allude to things, but I'm going to try my best not to actually say the whole thing. That's actually one of the reasons why I love RiRi the most, is because she has really discovered a deep inner strength after losing two of her most favorite people in the whole entire world. And while it does seclude her, and while it does bite her sometimes in the most awkward and horrible times you could possibly conceive of, it's also something that gives her this deep inner strength. Like, it's not just the gadgets. Yeah, she's IronHeart. She's a genius. But without being that genius, without being the IronHeart, she's RiRi. She is that girl, obviously fast on her feet. She understands her opponent's weaknesses very quickly into talking to them. She uses their ego trips against them. Like, she's not just a superhero with a cool couple of gadgets, and I really love her for that. RiRi sees herself in a lot of her villains, and she's strong enough and clever enough to understand that she's not that much different than a lot of them. She sees herself in the Winter Ninja. God, that man is gorgeous. I mean, those cheekbones, that jawline. I get that he's in this cult that worships tools, and that's weird, for lack of a better term. But like, I love that. That man is gorgeous. Anyway, so I digress. God, I hate this thing. So, there's twice where she's dealing with an opponent who's basically like, you are me. Just keep living. Just wait until you become the enemy, or sign up with these people, because unless you join this group, you're gonna wind up obsolete anyway. Which and she knows that, and she faces that like head on. Me, I would not want to be at all affiliated with I wouldn't. Yeah, no, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to face that kind of reality? I couldn't. It would scare me too much. But she's really, really brave to admit her flaws and to admit who she could be. And she's not led by greed at all. She could have more power. She could go part of this secret, almost like Illuminati-like situation going on here. If you guys check out the book, like I said, and look into it, because it's a really cool story going on right now. But she doesn't want to do that. She wants to save Chicago from itself, and she wants to be there for her mom, and she wants to go ahead and build something with Miles Morales that could maybe lead to a stronger friendship. She's really somebody that looks for the heart in things. Okay guys, so I'm gonna keep reading more and more into RiRi Williams so I can give a more strategic breakdown. But since I'm brand new to comics and everything, I kind of want to talk about maybe the heart of the story more so than like some of these words I don't understand. Like some of this science, like I was a theater major, I don't know what this means. It sounds pretty cool though. But I'm gonna finish eating this bad boy. I did a lot of, sorry mom, I ruined my diet. So I'm gonna finish eating this. I'm gonna keep reading the RiRi Williams. I'm gonna do a thing about Shuri. I feel more familiar with Shuri, and Shuri is one of the largest, the biggest reason why I even started reading like all these comic books, because like it was addictive after I got finished with her. But I wanted to do RiRi Williams just because she's Chicagoan. It's Black History Month, and I wanted to end the month talking about a really great African-American comic book hero. I'm gonna go into the next month. I'm gonna try to diversify a lot of the things that I've been doing. I do Lore Olympus stuff, obviously, but I talk a lot about all kinds of pop culture. I'm gonna do challenges, I'm gonna eat some weird stuff, talk about brand new movies. You keep watching me, you guys. You're gonna fall in love with me. What can I say? So see you next week. Go ahead, hit subscribe so you can know when I upload. Hit that bell button, and also make sure you hit like when you guys watch my video. Love you lots. Bye.